Hey guys, welcome to the studio. I am so excited for today's video because today we're going to be talking about how you can become a better singer in the new year. I get a lot of students registering for my group class for lessons starting in January because everyone has that goal of, becoming a better singer and kind of having these goals in the beginning of the year. And it's really exciting to see. It's really inspiring. So I thought that I would make a video about if you would like to get better at singing in the new year and how specifically you can do that. So let's get into it. So number one is the best way to get better at singing, in my opinion, is to record yourself. So I think this is a great way to not only check your progress and to see where you're at, where you're going to, but it really kind of helps to put everything into perspective, right? And you could actually see the growth that is happening as you're recording, and you'll be able to pick up on so many things in your singing just by listening to recordings and by doing the thing, right? Recording forces you to actually perform, even if it's for your camera or for the few people that you have on social media. Recording yourself is so important when it comes to learning how to sing, because if you start at the beginning of the year, you'll be able to compare where you're at in a year, and you could look back and say, wow, because growth happens so slow, right? Sometimes we don't notice growth when we're learning a new skill. So it's really encouraging, even after 1 month, after 2 months of vocal training, to look back and be like, wow, look at how far I've come. Look at how much I've learned. And it's really inspiring to yourself because you're only going against you. It's you against you when you're learning a new skill. You can't compare yourself to someone who has been doing this for years and years. The only person that you can realistically compare yourself to is yourself. So that's my first biggest tip when you are starting to learn how to sing in the new year, is to record yourself, record a baseline to kind of see where you're at so that you can compare your progress throughout the year, no matter what you're doing or what you're working on. Number two is you need to clear social media and just in general, like clear your life of things that might not inspire you, or things that might put you down, or things that might cause you to compare yourself to other people, because singing and learning how to sing is such a mental game that, especially in the beginning, it's going to be hard. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be hard to get out of your own way. That is probably your biggest enemy when you're singing, when you're learning how to sing, is yourself and your mind and your mindset. So if we can form an environment around us that is really encouraging, that includes our friend groups, what we consume on social media or consume on the everyday, what we read, that is almost, it can be healthy food for your body or for your brain, or it can be junk food. And we want to be putting in really good energy always when we're learning how to sing, because it can be one of the most self-conscious things that we can do, really vulnerable. So it's important that everyone around us is supportive and we are consuming things that kind of lift us up and not cause us to compare or cause us to, go into this mindset of, well, they can do this and that's probably not possible for me. It's like, no, you need to continue on the path that you are going against you. Number three is physical relaxation. So physical looseness, like when you sing, it is such a physical thing that you're doing, right? So we need to make sure that our neck is loose, that our back is loose, that we have strength in our body, right? And I'm not saying like fitness or anything like that, but I'm just saying, I'm saying strength in terms of the muscles in our body, right? So our body is our instrument when we sing. So it's really important that we don't have as much neck tension, jaw tension. I think it's so great when you're learning how to sing to also put it together with stamina exercises, with cardio that will help your breath support, with yoga that will help you physically relax and get nice and loose for when you sing. I think pairing those two together in your singing journey when you're starting the new year is so important. And if it's already a part of your goals for the year, then even better. Let's move on to number four. Number four is, I would love for you to watch other singers, and not in the way of watching for entertainment, but in the way of really watching and studying what they're doing, right? So looking at their mouth shape, looking at the way that they are physically carrying themselves when they sing. What is going on there? Whether it's YouTube videos or it's live, I want you to pay attention, especially during live performances. It's hard to compare ourselves or to learn from recordings because these are studio curated, masterpieces, right? So I wouldn't really recommend listening to those. They can be helpful just as a guide, but I would recommend looking at live performances, going to live performances, not in a way of trying to compare or trying to sound like them, but just seeing what they're doing with their voice. I think that can be really inspiring. And, when we're singing and performing, we're not reinventing the wheel. We're not doing something totally different. There's a lot of skills that we can take that I still love taking and borrowing and, curating from other artists that we can kind of make into our own. So I think it's so inspiring on our singing journey to watch singers and almost learn from them, watch them as a masterclass and not as a, oh, wow, I can never do that, but as a, I wonder how they are able to get the sound that they're getting while they have a certain posture or body language when they're on stage. I think that is really important to watch for. Number 5 is finding ways to hydrate your voice. So when we live in really dry or really hot climates, heated, air conditioned, it's so easy for our voice to get really dried out, right? So vocal health is so important when you're learning how to sing. We got to get all the essentials. And I'm not saying that you have to spend like hundreds and hundreds of dollars on tools and equipment and gadgets and stuff to help your voice, but I think it's so important to establish a routine for yourself, starting with drinking water. And then going into maybe having a humidifier next to your bed before you go to sleep. You could get it for like $30 on Amazon. I can also link my essentials as well down below for the winter, or any season really, but especially in the beginning of the year when, it's kind of the dead of winter in most places. And I also think that another great tool as well is steaming. If you could get steam directly on your voice. It's nice to have some of these lozenges and teas and stuff, but really at the end of the day, what's going to be getting to your vocal cords are these mists and things that we can actually breathe in, because when you eat something or swallow something, it's not going to your vocal folds because those close whenever you swallow. They're not getting to your vocal cords. That is just kind of making your throat feel nice, which also could be great. Awesome, love that. But if we really want to get to what's going to make a difference with your voice, I would say the core 3: nebulizing before singing, humidifier while you're sleeping and also during the day, and steaming, which will happen after you are singing or speaking for whatever you need. So don't steam before you sing, because then it's kind of like singing on really relaxed vocal cords. We want them to be nice and strong when we're singing. So save the steaming for after, and that's going to feel really, really nice on your voice. So find a vocal health regimen that works for you, works for your budget. Don't have to spend crazy amount of money. Just get a routine together. Number 6 is consistency. So this is so important. I don't want you to be practicing for hours and hours and hours on end because, again, our body is our instrument. We cannot exhaust it. We can't, that is a part of vocal health, is making sure that we're not overdoing it. So I even tell students, as long as you could sing for 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes a day, that's enough. Right? It doesn't have to be a set practice session where we're like ready and we're in a space that is conducive. It's like, no, like if you're in your car, if you're driving to work, I have a lot of students that practice during that time. In the shower, sure, why not? Just because you're not in a room somewhere or in front of a piano doesn't mean that that doesn't count as practice. So consistency, as long as you can show up every day and do something for your voice, then that will really, really help you. You're going to look back on this year and say, wow, like commit to 10 minutes of doing something. And last one is finding help. It is so important when you're learning how to sing that you find someone or something or a group or a class that can really give you feedback on your voice. Even as a voice teacher, I am still seeking help for my voice. I still get voice lessons because other people can hear things that we can't, and they can give suggestions that we might not be able to pick up on. So currently I'm still taking private students. I also have a voice gym program, and that is a group subscription. It's a lot of fun. You also get personalized feedback on your voice, so I highly recommend checking those out, or just seeing anyone that you vibe or that you click with that you're excited to kind of commit to for the year, and you'll be surprised to see how much progress is going to happen. So I'm really excited for you on this journey, and I think now is the perfect time to start learning how to sing. So congratulations, and thank you for watching this video.